I was picking at cold fries at that dive bar on H Street, you know, the one with sticky tables and a bartender who side-eyes you for ordering a Cosmo. When Ethan slammed his beer down so hard the glass shook. "You can't handle the weight of what I do, Clara," he said, like I was stupid for even trying. Lila was next to him, in her sergeant's uniform, cackling like she just won a prize. "Maybe stick to reshelving Dr. Seuss, honey," she added. "Real works for people who can take the heat." My phone buzzed in my pocket, Pentagon internal, cobble files ready for review, and I hit it fast before Ethan could see. He already thought I was a joke, a part-time library assistant who spent weekends organizing book sales instead of serving her country. I'd kept the Pentagon job secret for 2 years because he'd once said, "Civilian contractors are just glory seekers who can't hack the uniform." I didn't want him to use it to control me. Turns out, he didn't need it, he just needed an excuse to leave. I walked home to my tiny Adams Morgan apartment that night, crying so hard my eyes stung. The locked file cabinet in the corner, full of top-secret reports, my contractor ID, letters from generals thanking me for saving their asses, stared back at me. I whispered, "He has no idea," like saying it out loud would make it real. Then my phone blew up with Ethan's texts. "Lila and I are grabbing wings. Want to come watch us handle real work?" I deleted the thread. 2 weeks later, he posted that photo. Him in dress blues, Lila in her dress uniform, grinning like they owned the world. Caption, "Finally with someone who gets strength." My library coworkers circled my desk, awkward as hell. "Maybe he's right," Linda from Reference said, like she was sorry. "You're too nice for that world." I went to the bathroom and threw up. When I came back, I logged into my Pentagon account, my real account, and found Ethan's signature on a redacted report about 12 Afghan civilians killed in a raid. No mention of it in official logs. Just his handwriting, clear as day. I stayed up until 3 a.m., staring at that report. Then I texted Mia, "I need you to look at something. And don't freak out." She was at my door 20 minutes later, holding a bottle of wine. "What the hell is?" She stopped when she saw my Pentagon ID badge peeking out of my purse. "You work for the Pentagon?" she yelled. I shushed her, heart racing. Because if Ethan found out, he'd use it to control me. Now help me leak this. Mia published it 2 days later. Headline, Army Captain linked to unreported civilian deaths in Afghanistan. My phone blew up with Ethan's texts. "Did you do this? Answer me, Clara." I turned it off. Felt something I hadn't felt in months. Hope. The next week, I showed up to the Pentagon in a tailored blazer, no more cardigans, no more nice girl flats. General Hale was waiting by the coffee shop. "The committee wants you to testify next week," he said, clapping my shoulder. "You ready?" I nodded. Meanwhile, Ethan and Lila were in their CO's office. Phones seized. Their commander growled, "Explain this report." I leaked another document to Mia, a witness statement from an Afghan translator who'd seen Ethan and Lila at the raid. Ethan tracked me to the Pentagon cafe 3 days later. He was in uniform, sweating through his shirt, eyes wild. "You think you can ruin me?" he snarled. "I'm a captain." General Hale walked in then, right past him. "Ready for the briefing, Ms. Bennett," he said, like Ethan wasn't even there. Ethan's face went pale. I smirked. "Sorry, Ethan, I've got real work to do." A soldier at the next table did a double take. I walked away, hearing him mutter, "What the hell?" Lila texted me that night. "Found my old library schedule in Ethan's apartment, I guess. You're a librarian. How the hell did you get Hale to back you?" I texted back, "How the hell did you think you could get away with murder?" She blocked me. Good. The testimony was live on C-SPAN. I wore a black pantsuit, hair pulled back, no more messy buns. Sat in that chair, calm as a bomb, and held up Ethan's unredacted report. "This is Captain Ethan Moore's signature," I said, voice steady. "This is Sergeant Lila Cole's witness statement. They were there when 12 Afghan civilians were killed. And they covered it up." The room exploded. Cameras flashed. I didn't flinch. Ethan and Lila watched from a military lounge, I later found out. Lila spilled coffee all over her uniform. Ethan kept muttering, "She's lying. She's lying." A soldier next to them said, "Dude, that's the contractor who took down the McAllister ring last year. You're fucked." Ethan's phone buzzed with his CO's text. "Turn yourself in. Now." Lila started crying. "We're gonna go to prison. We're gonna die in prison." Afterwards, General Hale shook my hand. "You just changed the game," he said. My phone blew up, friends, co-workers, even some soldiers. Ethan's last text, "I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please." I blocked him. Felt nothing. Just done. A month later, I quit the Pentagon. Told General Hale, "I don't want to be part of a system that lets guys like Ethan get away with it. I want to help the people they hurt." He nodded, like he'd expected it. I started a nonprofit for Afghan refugees and veterans with PTSD. Mia helped set up the website. Called it Voice Project. Ethan pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice 2 months later. Got 10 years. Lila testified against him for a reduced sentence, 6 months, dishonorable discharge. She moved back to her mom's in Ohio. I saw their mugshots in the paper. Didn't feel angry. Didn't feel happy. Just over it. Mia asked me if I was happy last week. I thought about it. Happy? No. But I'm free, I said. She smiled. That's better. Today, I was at the nonprofit, small office, walls covered in refugee art, when a veteran walked in. He was in a wheelchair, wearing an Iraq War vet hat. "Mia said you help people tell their stories," he said. I nodded. "I was there when Ethan did what he did," he said. "I wanted to talk." I handed him coffee. He took a sip, then started talking. About the raid. About the kids. About how he tried to forget. I listened. Felt something I hadn't felt in months. Light. Outside, cherry blossoms were blooming. DC smells like pollen and hope this time of year. The veteran stopped talking, smiled. "Thanks," he said. I didn't think anyone would care. I leaned forward. "I care," I said. And for the first time since Ethan walked out that night, I believed it. He kept talking. I kept listening. Sun streamed through the window. Somewhere, a bird sang. And I thought, this is what strength looks like. Not a uniform. Not a rank. Just showing up. For the people no one else will. He finished his story, wiped his eyes. "You're not what Ethan said," he said. "You're not weak." I smiled. "I know." Outside, a blossom fell. Slow. Soft. Like forgiveness. Or maybe just new beginnings. I didn't know. Didn't care. For the first time in a long time, I was exactly where I needed to be. And that was enough. He took another sip of coffee. "Can I come back tomorrow?" he asked. I nodded. "Anytime." He smiled, and I felt it. Hope. Not the shaky kind from before. The real kind. The kind that sticks. I looked at the clock. 3 p.m. The office was quiet. The veteran was talking again, softer now. About his mom. About the dog he'd lost. I listened. And for the first time since that bar on H Street, I didn't feel like the girl Ethan left. I felt like me. The door opened. A refugee family walked in, mom, dad, 2 kids. The little girl was holding a drawing of a flower. "We heard you help with stories," the mom said. I stood up. "Come on in," I said. "I've got coffee." The veteran waved at them. The little girl smiled. I sat down, pouring more coffee. Felt the sun on my face. And thought, this is what winning looks like. Not taking down Ethan. Not making Lila cry. This. Helping people talk. Helping them heal. The veteran leaned in. "You know what?" he said. "Ethan was wrong about everything. But he was right about one thing." I raised an eyebrow. "What's that?" He grinned. "You're strong. Way stronger than him." I laughed. First real laugh in months. Outside, the blossoms kept falling. Inside, the stories kept coming. And for the first time in a long time, I felt alive. Yeah, this was better than any revenge. This was freedom.